Hello, and welcome to Heroes Explain. I am Bugs. Sorry it's been a while for me to post a video, and this is out of the blue, but it doesn't seem like this channel has a lot of views or has too many people watching it. So, it's a hobby, so I didn't expect much from it anyways. I am releasing this video now because Thanksgiving is around the corner and decided to cover some of my more Thanksgiving themed superheroes and villains and whatnot. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. I hope it's alright, and you probably won't see too much more of this content. But yeah, let's get down to it. To the heroes, villains, and their gadgets and abilities. Okay, so the first one I will be talking about is KFT is the name of the squad. KFT stands for Karate Fighting Turkeys. Um, yeah, KFT original. One of the brothers did KFC. I don't know which one it was. Um, but yeah, they did Kung Fu Fighting Chickens. So I did karate fighting turkeys. They don't really do karate per se. They do other stuff and whatnot. But the leader of the group is Turkey. That's his name, code sign mint to everybody calls him Turkey. He's known as Turkey. It's a super intelligent turkey that can communicate and speak English and a couple other different languages, Chinese, Mandarin, and I forgot the last. I think it was Russian. Chinese, Mandarin, Russian, and English. Yeah, that sounds correct. Anyways, Turkey is their leader. He comes up with plans. He gets assignments and information and whatever. The payment goes through him and stuff like that. Pretty much his ability is he can speak the English, human languages and stuff. Fairly smart, not super duper intelligent, but smart as the average person, but still a turkey, so can't really do too much with that. Next up on the roster is the fire turkey, obviously, because he could probably control fire. Name simple, straightforward. The turkey can combust its feathers into flames, engulfing him and surrounding his whole body into flames. He is flame resistant and can control his flames. So, yeah, that's kind of cool and whatever. He mostly is kind of like the frontline destructor kind of the group. He'll pretty much go in hot and fast, becoming pretty much visible for all to see and kind of draws the attention away because it's a flaming turkey. A lot of people will notice it. And so, yeah, he's kind of the firepower and a diversionary tactic for them when need be. Second turkey is Ice Turkey. Pretty straightforward. He has ice abilities. He can create an aura of coldness around him and can flap his wings to like spread it around and whatever. He can also freeze the water vapors in the air, turning it into ice or frost or whatever. He can't really per se control the ice, but he just pretty much makes like a freezing effect around him, dropping temperatures way below zero into sub-zero temperatures and can do decent amount of damage. He, along with the fire turkey, are more used for like group combats. So if there's like a swarm or a large group of people, they can deal with them fairly easily due to their abilities to handle widespread enemies. Next up is smoked turkey, a turkey that has the capabilities to pretty much turn himself into smoke, a smoky, misty, dusty particle, and break apart his atoms to a vapor-like form and can move around. Uh, Even with kind of fairly decent winds, he can still hold himself together and move around freely. But with high winds and pressure, it it's difficult for him to move through and around and stuff, and will be most likely at the mercy of the winds. So with the cold and fire turkey ability combined, they can make kind of a mixture of a cold and heat front and whatever, causing a burst of wind to blow the smoke turkey fastly into whatever direction it needs to be in, and just pretty much starts picking apart enemies one by one. Is the stealth ops of the group and focuses on one-on-one combat and stealth operations. And then lastly, we have Robo Turkey or Robot Turkey. His name changed quite a bit. When I first created him, I named him Robot Turkey, but then Robo sounded a little bit more cooler. So in some scenarios, he's known as Robot Turkey, and others he's known as Robo Turkey. Um, but yeah, it is a cybernetically enhanced turkey that escaped from uh, Labco. Yeah, I almost said X Laboratories, but X Laboratories is one of the other dude's laboratories assignments and whatever. I have Labco, which is a scientific based operation organization that goes broadly over different fields and scientific advancements and stuff. So, Robo Turkey or Robot Turkey, I'll probably go with Robo Turkey um, throughout this video. But anyways, he is a cyborg. Some parts of him are mechanical, some parts of him are organical. Robo Turkey has heat-seeking missile feathers, uh, a laser eye, some thruster jets, and like a protective shield that he can like form around himself and nearby allies within range. And just like a bunch of scientific enhancements. I haven't really truly ironed out all the inner workings of this turkey's uh, trademarks and stuff. The weapons and gadgets he may or may not have are not really too clear for me. But when he was first made, I just started with the basic generic stuff. Um, heat-seeking feather missile projectiles was kind of cool, and a laser eye, and thrusters and a protective shield seems like common cyborg sci-fi stuff. Um, he might get, I'm pretty sure later on in some of the games we play and scenarios and we run through, he later on gained the ability to make a dampening field that prevents time manipulation and reality manipulating effects to not work within like on his body and in a certain dome around him. So if he ever fought a reality shifter, he would be unaffected by any weird manipulations and effects that they could cause, allowing him free reign to fully dispatch the enemy And the time manipulation thing doesn't really work with pausing and pausing time. So if somebody paused time, he would be caught in that effect, and he would not be able to move if someone was to pause time. But to make him leave the flow of time that he's in currently would be impossible. He pretty much negates the ability to age him fast or de-age him. Pretty much anything that would cause the natural flow of time for him to change abruptly would not really work except for the fact of pausing time, because that's just pretty much flipping the off switch to something that's on. But yeah, so he is unaffected by, aging or de-aging, time effects, uh, anything that would cause him to go back in time or forward in time would also be mitigated. It's pretty much he has like an anchor him down in the flow of time he's in, and nothing really can change it unless they pretty much somehow stop the inner mechanics of the effect from working, which is actually kind of an energy source from connected to the time marble, which is a whole different kind of thing. Pretty much time marbles are like special things, like Dragon Balls or Infinity Stones, stuff like that. Very powerful artifacts that grant the wielder immense power. And the Time Stone obviously manipulates time and stuff and all that jazz. The one who has that one now would be Flo. I think his name is Flo. Can't remember his name. But anyways, he's connected to a family of time travelers that all have time related abilities, whether they can manipulate it or control it, or it can see through time itself and stuff like that. But yeah, he holds it for the most part, but there's ways to have the marble be linked to some devices and objects and allow those objects to tap into the ability that the time marble can produce. And mostly people uses these to the effect that Robo Turkey is using it to prevent themselves being caught off guard from time manipulating beings. The reality manipulating source is a little bit less complicated. He himself is actually kind of has like a protective layer around him that keeps his body in a pocket dimension, sort of speak. Um, but he can still interact with the stuff around him. So he's he's kind of not really in the dimension that he appears to be in, thus negating the rules of reality manipulation, because you cannot manipulate a reality that you yourself are not in. So even though they can see him and he can interact with stuff, he is technically not in that reality, but in some sort of kind of pocket dimension field film around him. And that's how he mitigates and negates reality manipulation. Anyways, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. It was kind of a long one talking about turkeys of all things, but yeah, kung fu fighting turkeys, no, karate fighting turkeys is a, just a basic organization. They get hired for just different random jobs, bodyguard, infiltration, sabotage, espionage, whatever it is. Um, their base is located in Canada, um, in a hollowed out mountain in uh Chalmers, not Chalmers, whatever, Mr. Wolf. Okay, so yeah, in Chalmers Dimension, there's a mountain in Canada where a guy can teach you anything. He literally knows and can teach anything. And that's the mountain he's in, but the karate fighting turkeys are in the same location, but in my dimension. And that mountain is just kind of a hollowed out place. And on well, the mountain has also few significance to it, with there being a black hole kind of anomaly in the mountain as well that leads to a weird universe that's kind of the space in between spaces of dimensions, but it's not really that. And it's kind of a complicated thing, and black holes are actually a lot more complicated in our stories and universe since they do a little more weird things. And Black Hole is a cool character, and I probably should make a video about him and his whole inner workings with the Dallas Space Teams. But that's Mr. Wolf's kind of territory, and I don't know too much about the Dallas Space Team. We kind of, like I said, we're like not really too in contact, and we kind of stopped talking about that. But Mr. Wolf is actually kind of sort of writing a book about one of his characters, the futuristic knight. So if he ever, finish writing the book and whatever, I might ask him to forward me like a PNG or whatever of the story. Then I could read it out loud and post views of the book on YouTube, or I could just make a video talking loosely about the night, futuristic night, and then leave a link to the documents down below, something like that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving. I know not all countries and nations celebrate Thanksgiving, but it's always nice to be thankful of something and be reminded that in life there's always something to be thankful for. And it's always good to think on the bright sides and good things in life. So with that being said, uh I will almost said my outro for the other YouTube channel, but Bubs out.